Great, thank you. First, I would like to thank HKLSS for inviting me to this panel so I can share some of my thoughts on this topic. Um, to start, to start with, maybe let me first introduce myself so you know a little bit more about me. I did my undergraduate at UC Berkeley in California. So in this picture, you will see a building there. So this is actually the building I spend most of my time doing my lab work. This campus is very beautiful and I really like it. You see all the green, the trees. California has very good weather, so I spent some good time over there. So after I got my undergrad degree, then I moved to New York to continue my study to receive my master in biotechnology um, at Columbia University. And then after that, I went back to Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, I got my PhD at Department of Surgery. So this is, and then in the last 2 year of my PhD study, I got a chance to spend my last 2 years at National University of Singapore. So this is more like a joint program for my PhD. So after I finished my PhD, then I got my job, my first job at Roche in Shanghai. Um, I start off as a discovery scientist in oncology. But soon after that, I actually got a chance to do an internal transfer to work in clinical development. So soon after that, I began my career in clinical development. To begin with, I work with like some HBV project, usually like phase 1 and phase 2. So I spent like 6 years at Roche Shanghai. And then after that, I went back to Hong Kong and I work at biocancer treatment and then now HiFiBiO. So in Hong Kong, for the clinical trials that I work with, they're mostly oncology and mostly phase 1, phase 2 as well. So now I'm an associate director um, in clinical operations. So for HiFiBiO, we are doing immuno-oncology. So right now I'm doing studies in like US, China, and also Europe. So this is like some information about my career background. Um, when I go through like my academic and career background, many people ask me, why didn't me continue my study in US, and then why I came back to Hong Kong to do my PhD. Um, Indeed, Hong Kong has a unique role to me. First, I born in Hong Kong. I love this place, and then I see Hong Kong as a has a unique role connecting China and also APEC countries and also Western countries. So in this throughout my academic and career life, I interact with people from like US, Singapore, and mainland China, and I do see people from Hong Kong. They can be a good uh, um, can have a very good potential as a connection between people with different background and cultures. So working in this field for about like in clinical development for about 10 years now. And I see there are so many successful women professionals in this field. And to me, one of the biggest challenges that I found as a woman scientist is really to reconcile family and career. Um, for example, I work with I work with colleagues from US, and I also have some clinical studies in some other countries. So my work hour is not very regular. Sometimes I have to do some night meetings, and before the COVID epidemic, I even sometimes I need to travel. So I think this is sometimes could be difficult, especially when my kids when they are young. So this is, I think, one of the challenges. Um, but I'm very grateful that my team and also my company, they are very understanding and they are very supportive, and they allow me to do much of my work from home. And I think without this option of flexible working, I don't think I can do my job full time. Um, so although sometimes this is sometimes it could be difficult, but I think most of my time my job is very fulfilling. In pharma industry, I think it is really important to include people with various background, experiences, skills, and perspectives, so that we can come together and make a better decision. Um, to me, I think generally women, they are good listeners, and they're caring. For example, like science to me is not just like figures or numbers. Especially after I work in the field of clinical development, I do see like how the science can make impact on patients. So I think this is very fulfilling. And also as a mom, I know this is not just about work. I know one time my son he asked me like, what is my job? What am I doing? And it's really difficult to explain him what the clinical operation is. So I told him, oh, mom is making new drug for patients. And I didn't know he whether he understand this point. But later on one day he said, oh, mom, you need to work harder, otherwise the patients will have no drug. So I think this is very encouraging, and I understand like what I do will impact for the next generation. Um, Maybe not a lot, but at least I think I can devote myself to contribute for a better future. So I think that's pretty much of my sharing today.